don't get confused if you watch Step Brothers because this kind of remind you of Megamind and Wreck Evolve in movies together. But and the fact is, this film came way before Wreck Evolve and Megamind came along. But now, we're doing a movie review on the movie that came out 16 years ago. And the anniversary will come out on July 25th. So, enough further ado, let's get this started. Hello fellas, what the search? My name is Nick Hicks Studio here, and I hope you're enjoying your evening. For me, it's decent. So today I am doing a Sony month which nerded my movie review on Step Brothers, came out the year of 2008. Because starting Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Which honestly, this film, honestly, guys, this is not the very first time that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was in movies together. The very first movie they ever been in movies together, which then this film. This film almost turning 20 years old next year, but this year is turning 19 years old. Yeah, time to go fast, isn't it? Every time you do some crazy shenanigan. Anyway, guys, so enough further ado, let's get this started. So, after 16 and 17 years later, like how old this film is, honestly. So, what do I think about this film after 16 years later? Well, I gotta say, I really enjoy the heck out of this movie because this film has got to be one of the most funniest comedy movie of 2008, and one of my favorite John C. Reilly film next to Wreck Evolve, and one of my favorite Will Ferrell movie I have seen behind with Megamind. The first movie, not the sequel, because the sequel is the worst movie in the history of mankind. And second of all, he was not in the sequel, and I don't blame him because that film is awful. Anyway, guys, so do I have any negative about this film? Nope, I don't have any negative and any negative about this film. Let's get the positive, and then we're gonna get the funniest moment, and then we're gonna get the rating, and then this review will be done. Hallelujah. Anyway, guys, so I really enjoyed the story. The story is a very fantastic concept about Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was separated at first, and now after the parent got back together for a reunion. Of course, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was mad at each other, honestly. Kind of maybe BVS, but this film came way before BVS, honestly, because this film came out in 2008, and BVS Dawn of Justice came out in 2016. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly character was angry at first, but now they all really become friends, and now they do some shenanigan stuff, like a bunk bed scene, the fight scene, and of course watching Shark Week. Honestly, that was really funny scene you got. Honestly, you asked me. And the characters. I really enjoy the character in this film. The character is very wonderful and very iconic. Of course, Will Ferrell character as Brinson. Brinson is a fantastic character. He's got to be one of my second favorite performers by Will Ferrell behind him as Megamind. And of course, Nanny, she's a wonderful mother. And of course, you got the main antagonist in this film, which is none other than Dexter Hoff. Yup, Dexter Hoff is it's the second best villain of 2008 behind with Joker from The Dark Knight. What are you so serious? And of course, Wabbit. Please don't tell me that the comment was right, that the fact that people in the comment on YouTube, they call Wabbit a live action version of Squidward because Wabbit was so grumpy, honestly. But at the same time, he's a very fantastic character, and he's easily like a live-action version of Squidward. And of course, Alice, she's a very wonderful character, and she's a very funny character, especially for that one scene when John C. Reilly character, which is Dale, was breaking up with Alice, and Alice was freaking out. Oh, please don't leave me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is easily a breaking up marriage in a nutshell. And of course, one of my favorite characters in this film, and I don't blame on Will Ferrell, is trying to hit on my favorite character in this film, which is none other than Dennis. Dennis, she has got to be one of my favorite and one of the most attractive female character crush of 2008 because she is a very wonderful and such a beauty character, and her attitude is very funny because I do feel love chemistry with her and Will Ferrell character, which is Brinson. I meant to say. And of course, we got the main star in this film, which is none other than John C. Reilly. And please, folks, please while you're watching Step Brothers, and please don't get confused that Megamind and Wreck-It Ralph was in movies together. Well, honestly, guys, I mean, there was a difference between with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly and Megamind and Wreck-It Ralph, honestly. So, John C. Reilly character is a very amazing character as Dale, and Dale is a very funny character, especially for the drum scene. The drum scene has got to be one of my favorite scenes in this film, which is another, which is another than the Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was fighting over a drum, honestly, when they have their shirt off, and of course using bicycle as a weapon, and saying the odd word in the top of the Will Ferrell lung. Honestly, that's what Nandy said in this film. Honestly, and of course the grounded scene. I will picture that when I ground Troll Band Together fan, and of course Frozen Wish Studio. Even I don't like them too, but I'm just gonna move on with Troll Band Together fan, but definitely ain't freaking Minion Studio because he's not giving away his action on Discord. And of course, Seth Rogen in this film. Yep, Seth Rogen is in the Will Ferrell comedy movie. He's a very, very funny character, actually. And of course, Robert Virgin character, and his character in this film in Hangover, because that was really awesome that he was in the Holdover, and of course Step Brothers. He was in 2 comedy movie in 1 year. Pretty busy, am I right, for Robert Virgin. And of course the zombie scene when Dale was coming out in the grave after what Will Ferrell did to Dale by digging him in the grave, honestly. And honestly, and Will Ferrell was almost gonna was finished going to do a song about F.U. Dale, which that was really funny. And speaking of the song about the H word, which I don't want to say, honestly, I don't want to talk about that song, which, YouTube, because I gotta watch my mouth, because my parent and my audience, which is my family member, honestly guys, I gotta be careful when I'm saying, because I don't want my video to get demonetized in age description, and even worse, honestly guys, even worse, a tomato, honestly, let me try again. But honestly guys, I don't want to talk about that H word, which, YouTube and parent are watching this video. Or, honestly guys, if I talk about the song, honestly guys, this film, I swear to God, this review will get a age description and demonetized, and even worse, terminated. Ugh. Anyway, guys, so the climax is really cool, honestly. It's all about Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly do some more shenanigans stuff, and boom, that's your climax. That's pretty awesome, you ask me. And of course, the ending when Robert and Nanny was surprising Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly character, and they are so happy. They got a boat that got stored, and of course, Chumbanga and the Playboy magazine. Okay. That was really disgusting to talk about that. And of course, the ending is all about Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was fighting the poor children. Well, at the same time, that's what that children get for making fun of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly because of their age, honestly. And of course, the ending, it can show that this film is not getting the sequel. And speaking of that, we got some questions that people are answering right now. Hey, Nick Studio, is there going to be Step Brother 2? Well, we got some bad news, folks. So, John C. Reilly said in an interview, he said that they are not making Step Brother 2, and they are not development for Step Brother 2, honestly. Honestly, it's for the best, because if you make Step Brother 2, that would be too late, honestly, the same way as a Pixar film called A Bug's Life. If you make A Bug's Life 2, that would be too late, honestly, at this point, honestly. And honestly, guys, just because this film did a wonderful job at the box office, that does not mean that this film would spend a budget for this film, which that would be a waste, and this would be a $200 budget fail. So overall, guys, Step Brothers is a wonderful and a fantastic comedy for the whole adult. The story is very original. The character is really lovable. And of course, one of my favorite characters in this film, which is none other than this chick right here. And of course, this film have one of the most iconic scene for a comedy film, which is none other than the drum scene, the spanking scene, never too old for a spanking, and of course the villain in the movie called Dexter. Dexter is a very fantastic villain. And of course the ending when Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was fighting these poor children, and once again they deserve it, because it can show that you do not want to mess with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Honestly, guys, and speaking of that, there was one scene when Robert, Big Crying Dog, are trying to do this. Anyway, guys, so honestly, guys, my apology. My dog was barking, so I might cut that part or leave that part. Just let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, so honestly, guys, there was a one scene in the film where Robert was praying to gonna wake up Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly because they was doing sleepwalking nonsense by throwing the present, throwing the Christmas tree, and Robert said, "That's it, I'm waking him up," and then he said, "No, no," and of course, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was attacking Robert by John C. Reilly have his Hulk hand punching him. I'm sorry, punching Robert. As I said, punching Robert, and of course, Will Ferrell was screaming just just like he's screaming from the Elf, honestly. And please don't tell me that you were watching the same scene when you saw Megamind and Wreck-It Ralph do the same darn thing. And of course, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly throw Robert on the stairs. Oh boy, throw him. Throw him down the stairs. Oh boy. Honestly, guys, that will left the way mark, you ask me. And of course, they got the one scene in the film after Will Ferrell was roasted for Robert. You know what Robert did? Robert was taking his jacket off, take his glasses off, which is his jacket of the suit, by the way, and thank goodness didn't take off the suit. Or else it would, or else this film would be. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so you know what Robert did? You know what Robert did, folks? Well, that's right. There was a scene when Robert was taking his jacket off, taking his glasses off, and grab Will Ferrell characters and give him a spanking. You know what I always said? Never too old for a spanking. Well, some grown man got a spanking, honestly, but not as bad as the children and the teenager. But honestly, guys, and Will Ferrell say, my butt is on fire. Yeah, honestly, guys. So, honestly, guys, I can picture me giving a spanking to Megamind 2, honestly, at this point. And honestly, guys, I might give a spanking to Frozen Witch Studio because all the crap that he done in this call, he deserves a fire spanking, honestly. Yeah. So overall, guys, Step Brothers is a wonderful comedy film, and I don't have a problem that the fact that Step Brothers will not get a sequel. So I think Step Brothers and The Bug's Life are both tied as the one movie that don't deserve a sequel. And I wish Toy Story was on the list, but it's bad enough. Bad enough we got Toy Story 4 back in 6 years ago, and now we are getting Toy Story 5. God mercy on this. So I'm going to give Step Brothers a 10 out of 10. This is an epic, brilliant masterpiece, and I'm going to give this fantastic, wonderful comedy film a seal of Nick Hicks' Spidey awesomeness. So yeah, guys, so that was my movie review of Step Brothers. So tell me about your opinion on Step Brothers on the comment section below. Think it's good, think it's bad, think it's mediocre, think it's best, think it's worse. Comment below and let me know. And I totally disagree this Rotten Tomato rating, which honestly you don't want to know that this film got a rotten rating. Here you go. 54%. You have freaking kidding me right now. And you know what? Get that thing out of my face. I don't even speak to that. Anyway, guys. So, honestly, don't listen what Rotten Tomatoes said. Make your own opinion. And you can love this. And you can enjoy this film no matter what the cost. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, so this film is way better than Disaster Movie, Disaster Movie in the A, honestly. So, honestly, guys, so if you enjoyed this Megamind and Wreck-It Ralph video, if you want to see more of this Step Brother content, please, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button, turn notification, and share it with your whole family. But if you don't enjoy the video, you can go ahead and watch that scene of the fight scene between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly for comedy purposes. And if it's not, you can just go ahead and watch my 2021 review on every film, which I did a review on 2021. It was really awful. So yeah. And anyway, guys, so honestly, and on July 25th, stay tuned for my Toonstyle clip of Step Brothers when you see Megamind and Wreck-It Ralph in movie together. That's pretty awesome, you ask me. But once again, this is not the very first time that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was in movie together, which is another than the very first movie that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly was in, which is another than this film. And I would definitely do a review on this film when this film turned 19 years old. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome, you ask me. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Is that the same actor that he was in Kim Possible as Jim Possible? It was Impossible for Possible. Anyway, guys, so that's pretty awesome that Gary Cole was in that film. And that's pretty awesome, you ask me. No, I'm not talking about Step Brothers. I'm talking about this film. Anyway, guys, so this is Nick Hicks Studio signing off. And don't touch my drum set, or else you're going to be fighting the same way as Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, which is Megamind and Wreck-It Ralph.